They called it Jabo, short for Jagdbomber, and when German tank crews heard the low, guttural roar of the P-47 Thunderbolt tearing through the skies, they didn't look up in awe. They dove for cover, abandoning steel beasts they once believed made them untouchable. In the vast fields of Normandy and the Ardennes, tanks were kings, until the P-47 turned them into burning tombs. What made these American aircraft so feared wasn't just the bombs they carried or the speed they dove, it was the sound. A screaming, ripping thunder that filled the air seconds before impact. By the time a German crew realized they were targeted, it was already too late. At dawn, a Tiger tank patrol moved cautiously near a hedgerow village. Their armor was thick, morale high, but then came the radio call, Jabo inbound. Panic replaced confidence. Crews scrambled out, some leaving, engines running. A formation of P-47s screened down from the clouds, wings lined with 8.50 caliber machine guns and underbellies loaded with rockets. One pass, that's all it took. The lead Tiger was flipped on its side, hatches blown open like tin lids. Another burst left a Panzer IV gutted, flames licking skyward. Survivors lay stunned, faces blackened with soot, ears ringing with silence. And this wasn't rare. It was daily. The U.S. Air Force's ground attack squadrons flew hundreds of sorties, using precise radio spotting, fast dives, and brute firepower. The German High Command had no answer. Anti-air guns couldn't track them fast enough. Camouflage didn't matter. Not when Jabos dove vertically from 10,000 feet, picking tanks off like vultures diving on carrion. So why were these attacks so effective? And what did German commanders write in secret reports about the Thunderbolt's impact? In one captured diary, a shaken German lieutenant wrote, "The ground shakes before we even see them. Then we hear the scream, the tearing sky, the metal splitting around us. They are vultures, we are the bones." This wasn't the fear of a myth. It was grounded in brutal experience. The P-47 Thunderbolt, though bulky in appearance, was a flying anvil with wings. It carried more payload than any other single-engine fighter in the war. And its ability to withstand flak, return with entire chunks missing, made it unstoppable. German gunners could hit it, but they couldn't stop it. Tank commanders began parking under bridges, hiding in forests, even burying part of their vehicles in earth, anything to avoid being seen from above. But nothing worked for long. What truly haunted them were the rockets. Each P-47 could fire high-explosive rockets, capable of ripping through armor like paper. Crews described tanks being lifted off the ground, the shockwaves throwing men like ragdolls, and when the P-47 wasn't launching rockets, it stitched the earth with bullets so powerful they could pierce the thinner top armor of even the most advanced tanks. Unlike a bomber raid, which was announced and planned, the Jabos hunted. They stalked the roads, the tree lines, the convoys. They waited for movement, and then struck like hawks with fire in their talons. In the final year of the war, German commanders stopped moving armor during the day. Entire offensives were delayed or canceled because of a single squadron spotted nearby. Not because the tanks couldn't fight, but because the men inside them were too terrified to start the engines. The P-47 Thunderbolt didn't just destroy tanks, it destroyed the will to deploy them. In war, fear is a weapon. And the Jabos wielded it with wings of thunder and trails of smoke. Like this story? Hit like, subscribe, and let us know which WWII weapon scared you the most.